Let's start by understanding what we're actually comparing here. These aren't just different engines, they're completely different philosophies of motion. Hydrogen engines operate in two fascinating ways. Some burn hydrogen directly in modified combustion chambers, releasing only water vapor when conditions are perfect. Others use fuel cells that generate electricity through chemical reactions. No explosions, no fire. But here's where it gets tricky. Backfire issues, nitrogen oxide formation, and the need for special engine designs create real engineering challenges. Scientists combat these with techniques like pre-inlet valve concentration gradients and exhaust gas recirculation. Internal combustion engines, on the other hand, rely on controlled explosions of gasoline or diesel. In gasoline engines, spark plugs ignite the air-fuel mixture, while in diesel engines, fuel injectors spray diesel into highly compressed air, causing it to combust. Pistons fire, valves open and close thousands of times per minute. Many modern engines also recycle exhaust gases back into the intake through exhaust gas recirculation systems, a process that reduces emissions but isn't ideal for engine health. Over time, this recycled exhaust causes soot buildup and increases wear, leading to higher maintenance costs and reduced engine lifespan. But the problem? They're wasteful. Only 20 to 30% of your fuel's energy actually moves your car forward. The rest? Heat, noise, and pollution disappearing into the atmosphere. Electric vehicle engines flip the script entirely. No explosions, no spark plugs, no transmission headaches. Just electric motors converting battery power directly into motion with 80 to 90% efficiency. Fewer moving parts mean less maintenance, smoother rides, and that signature silent acceleration that pins you to your seat. And then we have hybrids. They blend combustion and electric power, switching seamlessly between both. Electric motors handle low speeds and idling, while the combustion engine kicks in for highways and demanding acceleration. Regenerative braking even captures energy during stops, feeding it back to the battery. Smart, right? But if electric vehicles achieve up to 90% efficiency, while combustion engines barely crack 30%, and if EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, while traditional engines spew carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxides into our air, why aren't combustion engines completely dead already? What's keeping them alive when the numbers seem so brutally one-sided? Well, here's the truth. Infrastructure. Gasoline stations exist on practically every corner of every continent. You can refuel a combustion car in 5 minutes and drive 600 miles without breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, electric charging networks, while growing rapidly, still have gaps, especially in rural areas and developing nations. Charging takes time, even with fast chargers. Range anxiety is real for many drivers who need long-distance capability without planning charging stops. But there's more. Combustion engines have over a century of refinement, mass production economies, and repair networks everywhere. For many people in the world, EVs remain expensive upfront, and not everyone has home charging access. So combustion survives not because it's better, but because it's familiar, accessible, and deeply embedded in our infrastructure. For now. Now let's talk emissions, because this is where the real battle lines are drawn. Internal combustion engines are environmental disasters. Carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, particulate matter, they pump out pollutants with every mile. Factor in the upstream impacts of drilling, refining, and transporting fossil fuels, and the picture gets even darker. Governments worldwide are tightening regulations because the damage is undeniable. Electric vehicles produce zero tailpipe emissions. None. But their overall carbon footprint depends on where your electricity comes from. Charging from a coal-powered grid, you're still contributing to emissions, just indirectly. Plug into renewables like wind or solar, now you're talking about truly clean transportation. Battery manufacturing does have environmental costs, but as grids decarbonize, EVs become cleaner with every charge cycle. Hydrogen engines burning pure hydrogen? Just water vapor. Sounds perfect, right? Not quite. High combustion temperatures still create nitrogen oxides, those pesky NOx emissions. That's why engineers use lean burn technologies and exhaust gas recirculation to minimize damage. Hydrogen fuel cells avoid combustion entirely, making them truly zero emission. If the hydrogen itself is produced using renewable energy, not fossil fuels. Hybrids sit in the middle, dramatically cutting emissions compared to pure combustion by frequently switching to electric mode. City driving especially benefits, with lower tailpipe pollutants helping meet tougher environmental standards. But wait, here's the twist that changes everything. We've been treating these engines as competitors, but what if that's the wrong way to think about it? What if the future isn't about one technology winning, but about each finding its perfect role? Think about it. Electric vehicles absolutely dominate daily urban commutes, be it short distances, predictable routes, home charging overnight. Perfect! Hybrids bridge the gap for people not ready to go fully electric, offering flexibility without range anxiety while still slashing emissions. They're the transition technology we desperately need right now. And hydrogen? It might not make sense for your sedan, but imagine 18-wheelers crossing continents, cargo ships in oceans, or aircraft requiring massive energy density. Hydrogen's lightweight energy storage and quick refueling make it ideal for heavy-duty, long-range applications, where batteries become impractically heavy. And combustion engines? Their days in passenger cars are numbered, but they'll linger in regions lacking infrastructure for alternatives, until those gaps close. It's not about winners and losers, it's about matching technology to purpose, geography, and need. So if hydrogen produces only water vapor when burned, offers refueling times identical to gasoline, and can achieve thermal efficiency matching or exceeding traditional combustion engines with turbocharging and exhaust gas recirculation, and if fuel cells deliver EV-like efficiency with none of the range or charging time limitations, why isn't hydrogen already dominating the roads instead of being the underdog everyone talks about, but nobody actually drives? The answer is brutally simple: infrastructure and cost. Building a hydrogen economy from scratch requires massive investment. High-pressure hydrogen fueling stations cost millions each. Storage and transportation demand specialized equipment because hydrogen is incredibly light and prone to leakage. The network simply doesn't exist yet outside a few pilot regions like California and parts of Europe and Japan. Then there's production. Most hydrogen today comes from fossil fuels through steam methane reforming, which defeats the environmental purpose. Green hydrogen produced from renewable electricity through electrolysis is clean but expensive and energy intensive. Until we scale up renewable hydrogen production and build out fueling infrastructure, hydrogen vehicles remain niche, expensive toys for early adopters, and fleet experiments. But here's the kicker. Governments and industries are investing billions. As renewable energy gets cheaper and technology matures, hydrogen could genuinely revolutionize heavy transport, aviation, and shipping, where batteries fall short. It's not dead, it's just waiting for its infrastructure moment, much like EVs were a decade ago. Now let's talk about performance, because driving feel matters. Combustion engines deliver power in specific RPM bands, requiring multi-gear transmissions and careful throttle management. They're loud, vibrating, familiar, loved by enthusiasts, but objectively less refined than alternatives. EVs offer instant torque from 0 RPM. Acceleration is immediate, smooth, and whisper quiet. No gear shifts, no delays, just pure electric thrust. The downside? Heavy batteries reduce agility and eat into range. Hybrids combine both worlds: electric torque at low speeds, combustion power on highways, seamless switching between modes. You get efficiency without range anxiety, performance without compromise. It's practical engineering at its finest. Hydrogen vehicles, fuel cell versions feel like EVs, smooth, quiet, effortless. Hydrogen combustion engines retain some traditional engine character, but with less noise and harshness. Refueling takes minutes, just like gasoline. But again, good luck finding a station. Maintenance costs tell another important story. Combustion engines demand constant attention. Oil changes, transmission service, spark plug replacements, cooling system maintenance, hundreds of moving parts, wearing down, breaking, needing replacement. Your wallet feels it. And EV motors? Minimal maintenance, fewer moving parts, no oil, no transmission. Battery health management and software updates dominate long-term care. Battery replacement costs remain a concern for aging vehicles, but warranties are improving and prices falling. Hybrids fall between less engine wear thanks to electric assists and regenerative braking, extending brake life. Dual powertrains add complexity, but modern systems are engineered for resilience with extended warranties. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles promise low maintenance with few moving parts, though the technology lacks widespread real-world testing. Hydrogen combustion engines retain some traditional maintenance needs by avoiding carbon deposit headaches. So which engine technology would you bet on for the next 20 years and why? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this breakdown valuable, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive.